You know, I had a friend tell me the other day, "Why are you posting so much? Most of those people are not going to listen." And I told him, "You really don't understand one of the oldest principles ever spoken. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear." But let me break that down a little deeper because most people hear that quote and completely miss what it actually means. Because the teacher doesn't suddenly appear out of nowhere. The teacher was always there. The book was always there. The wisdom was always there. The lesson was always there. The student simply wasn't ready to see it. And that is one of the greatest mysteries of seeking truth. The moment the seeker begins to look, suddenly, information starts appearing everywhere. Teachers appear. Books appear. Conversations appear. Patterns appear. It almost feels magical. But was it really magic? Or were those things always there, waiting for your awareness to catch up? See, that's the irony. Most of the knowledge people call new is actually ancient. Most of the wisdom people think they discovered yesterday has existed for centuries, sometimes thousands of years. The information didn't suddenly arrive. You arrived. The student finally arrived. That's why when people awaken, they often say things like, "How did I never see this before? How did I miss this? Why didn't anyone tell me?" But someone did tell you. The signs were there. The books were there. The teachers were there. The conversations were there. Your consciousness simply wasn't aligned to receive it yet. And this is why I post. Not because I expect everybody to listen. Not because I expect everybody to agree. Not because I need validation. I post for the seekers. I post for the one person scrolling through confusion looking for a different perspective. I post for the person whose reality is beginning to crack. I post for the soul, asking deeper questions than society is willing to answer. Because the asleep will scroll right past it. The distracted will scroll right past it. The conditioned will scroll right past it. They'll see the words and feel nothing. They'll see the message and keep moving. They'll laugh. They'll dismiss it. They'll argue with it. They'll never give it a second thought. But one day, life has a way of awakening people. One day suffering arrives. One day disappointment arrives. One day betrayal arrives. One day they discover the money wasn't enough. The fame wasn't enough. The religion wasn't enough. The politics weren't enough. The distractions weren't enough. And suddenly the questions begin. Who am I? Why am I here? What is truth? Why does the world feel so upside down? And then something interesting happens. They begin looking. And the moment they begin looking, the teachers appear. Not because the teachers just arrived, but because the seeker finally opened their eyes. That is why every great teacher understands patience. The seed does not become frustrated because the tree hasn't appeared yet. The sun does not become angry because the flower hasn't bloomed yet. Nature understands timing. And truth operates the same way. You cannot force awakening. You cannot drag consciousness. You cannot pull someone into awareness before they are ready. The best you can do is leave breadcrumbs, leave signs, leave reminders, leave wisdom waiting on the path. And one day, when the seeker reaches that part of the journey, they will find exactly what they need. That's why I never worry about numbers. I never worry about likes. I never worry about followers. Because truth has never been a popularity contest. Most of the greatest wisdom in history was ignored when it was first spoken. Most of the greatest teachers were rejected before they were respected. Most of the greatest ideas were laughed at before they were understood. And yet the truth survived every time. Why? Because truth does not require approval. It only requires discovery. So when people ask me why I keep posting, why I keep teaching, why I keep sharing, the answer is simple. I am speaking to the seekers. I am speaking to the future student. I am speaking to the person who hasn't awakened yet, but will one day. And when that day arrives, when the questions finally become stronger than the conditioning, when the search becomes stronger than the fear, when the desire for truth becomes stronger than the comfort of illusion, they will know exactly where to look. Because the teacher never left. The wisdom never disappeared. The signs never moved. The student simply wasn't ready. Until now. Study. Seek. Observe. Become. Ashe.